Hello everyone and welcome back to the Rambling Man Show. I'm your host, the Rambling Man, and I'm just going to be talking about the internet and a few videos that I've seen today. And one of the videos was a man dressed up as Jason in the movies with Jason. Everyone knows Jason. If you don't know Jason, you're living under a rock. He dresses up as Jason, cycling a bike with his baby in the back, dressed as a skeleton. And the only way he gets caught is because his wife's coming through the neighbourhood and sees him, and just looks at him and is like, "Oh my God, I leave you with the child for 1 minute, and I come back to this. Like, what the hell is going on with you? I'm gonna get you admitted and away from my kids if you do this again." And the funny thing is, though, he's just looking at the camera and he doesn't even open his mouth. He's just staring at her like like he really is Jason. Doesn't say a word and just cycles around back to the house. And then the mother was with her. She's like, I go to pick up my kid for football, and this is what I come to. Like, I wonder what else he's doing when I'm not at home. But that's just a bit of fun, you know. It's just like, what are you gonna do? Like, nothing you can do about it. Like, it's just a bit of crack. Like, no, it's till someone calls the cops, and it's just like, what the hell are you doing with the kids? Like, it's my own kid. I can kind of not do what I want with my own kid, but like, it's not like I'm hurting the kid. It's just a bit of a laugh and a joke, like, just in front of the wife. I see her reaction, and I just think it was really funny, you know. Something like, it's good to have a couple, like, be in a relationship like that where you can be kind of comfortable by playing practical jokes, because some people just can't take a joke. They see them on them videos, like fail reactions of people getting a punch in the face or saying something like just something funny, or like pretending it's not their car, and people overreact too quickly. Because yes, I understand the overreaction because you don't know if it's a joke or not, but like, people start going, it's a prank, I think you should just like calm a bit down, be like, oh, okay, it's only a prank, whatever. But you see people getting absolutely bet alive, like them hood pranks when people go into the hoods. That's one place you don't want to be going into, trying to pull pranks, because that's real stuff going on, that real violence going on there, real stuff. So they don't know what's happening. They probably think you're like a rival gang and you coming in playing a joke, and then they just whip out a gun and you're there dead on the floor. Like, that's what it's like down there. But like, sometimes I think America's a bit more funnier that way with pranks. Like, they kind of take it a bit more like, oh, fair enough, it's only a prank. Like, I see some places around the world, like, it's not a joke and it really is. Like, what the hell are you doing? They're running after you with like all their mates trying to get you. Like, but just take it as a joke, you know. I know you might be having a bad day and you just don't want to have a joke without, but like, just like, oh yeah, very funny hand, and just get on your way. Like, don't be like running chasing out. It just makes you even look even worse as a person. Like, just running out and chasing them out and with like a bloody, I don't know, recording and going, it's all your fault, look at this person. But like, just leave it, it's alright, it's a bit of a joke. And then another video I seen today was a pizza delivery guy went up to, he had an hour drive to some place, which is fair enough. An hour drive, that's a very long drive for a delivery driver. Delivery should be only about 10-20 minutes, like, shouldn't be that long. And then the bill came up to $42, and in America, tips are kind of like a big thing. So your tips is where you get your wages from. Like, the more tips you get, it kind of shows that you're a better worker, and that's what's going to like get you through your working week. Like, them jobs are like pizza delivery man or in the takeaway or fast food. Like, that's where you're making your money, is off your tips, and then if you get a load of tips, then obviously the manager and people are going to say, geez, he or she gets a lot of tips, let's give them a promotion. And so there was a big group of them in this workplace, and he got given, it was $42, he was given $50. So he thought, oh, it's a tip, you know, like $7, it was an hour drive, the food's here, it was a big €50, it's $42, whatever, grand, yeah, tip for me, that's very nice. Went back to the car, then was told to come back, going, where's our change? Would you understand, he should have asked, do you want your change, blah blah blah. You would think like, oh, an hour drive, obviously this is a tip. Then they're giving out to him, like, giving out and saying, how dare you go off of my change, what the hell are you doing? And then there was a woman there being very aggressive to him, and then some man sitting down, and then another fella was like, I'm ringing up his pizza place and I'm having his job, blah blah blah. It's like, it's a pizza, dude, calm the hell down. Like, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, like, it's a pizza. It's $7. It's not the end of the world. Every store, if you've robbed 100 off you, though, won't mind that. That's understand. But $7. It's like, what can you get with that? You can't get a lot anyway. That's very good to get as a tip. Like, I'd be over the moon if someone gave me a $5 for a tip. But the thing was, there was cameras on, and the whole thing got recorded. And instead of everyone deciding with the company, everyone sided with the pizza man. And then the internet got outraged, started putting really, really bad reviews. And the guy giving them abuse wasn't even an employee there. The woman was an employee there, and she got the sack the next day because they were getting horrible reviews. People were putting in like, if you want to come here and get given out to for $7, this is the right place for you. And because it's bad publicity now, everything now is on the internet. If you put one bad thing now and someone puts that on the internet, that's it. It's done. You're done out here. Everyone's just going to get beside behind the people and decide who's right and wrong. And Lucy, if you are wrong and it's the company's fault, they are going to get the biggest backlash ever, because like the internet, people putting on social media, people going to your reviews, and people look at all that now. I didn't really think people look at reviews. People do, a lot of people do. I wouldn't even think that. I just go to a place and then I decide myself if it's a good place or not to eat. But look, fair play to them though. They stuck with the pizza guy. The pizza guy was in the, like, I thought he was in there anyway. I think to get a judge. That woman that told him to F off and get out of the shop and all, like, why would you have to do that? Look, if you just said it to him, oh look, it's not a tip, can we get our change back? I think he would have been like, fair enough, but it's an hour drive. It was a $42 delivery, which is a big delivery, and you won't even give him a tip. You still want your change back. Like, I think that's just a bit petty from some people anyway. And then I seen another thing. A woman called the police on a man, an African American man, who had two kids in the back seats, which were white, and the woman thought he was kidnapping them. Started ringing the police, harassing him, following him around the neighbourhood, and he was videoing as well. He videoed saying, I'm here with my best friend's kids. I'm looking after them. We were in my house. I had to go get gas. Instead of being a bad parent or leaving them in the house, I brought them with me. And now I have a woman following me around from A to B to C to D, everywhere. I can't move, I can't do it. And the police recording was released. And she's going, I feel so unsafe with this man, with these kids. I don't know what's going to happen to them. Oh my God, this is what's going to happen to me. I'm going to... Jeez. I don't know, he's kidnapping them, and they're like, she's like, well, I keep following him, and the police go, no, we'll handle it, go home, it's fine. Oh, no, I have to stay in case something happens. What if it's real? What if he is a kidnapper? And it's like, if you're a kidnapper, I doubt you'd be driving around an estate and going to get gas with the kids in the car. You'd leave them at home if you really are going to bloody kidnap people. Why would you drive around with the kids in the car? 2, they told you not to follow him, and you still bloody followed him. Why'd you have to follow him? Just leave him alone. The police will decide what's going to happen. And then the police rang the parents of the people going, we got a complaint about these 2 kids being kidnapped. This man, this African American, do you know him? It's like, yes, he's my best friend. What he's on about? It's like some woman keeps ringing up saying he's kidnapping them, and he's like, no, he's our friend. I don't know what the hell's going on here. This is just racism and harassment. So she got done for harassment, she got done for racism. Like, a lot of people need to get into a lot of people's life for no reason. You don't need to get involved in a lot in people's lives. Go to your own life, go to your own struggles, go to your own problems. You don't need to try and be Mr. Superhero. If you see someone running down the street and someone going like, stop that man, he's out there robbing this. If you want to put it into your hands and do it. But don't go around following a car just because you have like, oh, it's because it's just a... She only profiled him because it was a black man with white kids. But what happened if he was with, like, his wife was white, or his new girlfriend, she already had kids with another man, and now these are like his kids, well, not his kids, but like, you know what I mean, like, so what would happen then? And he's like, oh, hi, how are you? Are these your kids? Like, yeah, why? I'm not the father of the kids, it's my girlfriend, these are her kids, but yeah, look, I'm whatever. I was like, oh, well, we're getting complaints saying you're kidnapping them. It's like, wait, what? Kidnapping kids? How the hell? It's like, what? Like, come on, like, you have to always think before what you do, because if you don't think what you do, you're going to look like an absolute idiot like me half the time. So I don't really think what I say half the time either. But yeah, that's it, like, something like that is just way out of order, and I don't get why people have to discriminate people just from their colour. Like, just treat everyone how you treat yourself. And if you don't like that person, just don't hang around with them. Say hello, be courteous, and that's it. And just get on with your life. Another thing was, I seen kids falling into the gorilla pens in zoos, and there was 3 cases. There was a kid fell in England, and he was unconscious. So one of the gorillas was kind of like around him, and was like kind of trying to wake him up and stroking his back, like how a normal person would. Like, actually, like, is everything okay? Hello. And then if any other monkey or gorilla or chimpanzee tried to go over to the kid, the other gorilla was kind of like comforting them and like telling them all to back away and back away. And then once the zookeepers came along, they all walked away. And then the zookeeper came up and took the kid away. And then there's another one where, so that was a gorilla that did that helped out that kid that time. And at this time it was a chimp or a monkey. I don't know which one it was. And exact same thing happened again at a different zoo. Kid fell in, was unconscious, and the monkey actually picked it up like a kid and started like cradling it to make like it was her own kid, because that monkey grew up with humans around it. So it kind of knew what to do, and so she grabbed the kid, like cradled it in its arms, brought it over to the gate, and then just let it at the gate and then walked away. Like that's pretty cool, like to see that, like if you actually train these animals once like they're only born to being around people and all, they'll understand like you don't attack people, you don't do mean things, like you act like them, you act like their behaviours. Like if that monkey was brought up by like someone else, another zookeeper who torched it and bet it up and stuff like that, you would see the effects of then if that would have seen that kid again and would have bet up the kid or something like that. Like this shows you whoever you're around or whoever you're with, you know, like if that person's a good person to be around. Like if that monkey was brought up in a bad way, then it would have been, that kid would have been got done in a bad way. Because the monkey was brought up in a good way, look what happened. It saved the kid's life without any other animals trying to attack it. And then another one was a kid fell in but didn't go unconscious, so it started screaming, and the gorilla didn't know what the hell the noise was. So what he kept picking him up and bringing him off places and all. And he didn't understand what's this noise. I never heard this noise before. So that's me. Like just the two other ones did it because it was unconscious. This one wasn't unconscious. Started roaring, screaming, and shouting. If you were just calm and relaxed, the gorilla probably would have just stayed with him and just see was he alright and all. But just because he was making all these new noises for the gorilla, he didn't understand. I didn't know what the hell was going on. It's like, what the hell is this child doing? Start picking him up and bringing him around every part of the zoo, like. But like, that's crazy. Like, I wonder what to do if I got, man, you ain't dropped into like a tiger's pen or a lion's den, or falling into like a aquarium full of sharks. Like, what the hell are you going to do then? Like, that is like, geez, that'd be a scary experience. Like, what would you do, like, if you got trapped in a tiger's pen? Or I don't know, I'd probably just pretend to be dead, I suppose. Or you can't run because you're not going to outrun it. Not, I hope you're outrun a tiger or a lion or anything like that. And a shark, you know, like it's very, very hard things to do to try and get out of this. Like, oh, jeez, like, imagine being locked in a zoo for a day, but every single cage is open. Wow, gee, you wouldn't survive a second. You wouldn't like, I say a peacock would end up picking your eyes out in the first 2 seconds and walking into the zoo. Like, it's just, you wouldn't survive at all. You'd have gorillas, you'd have crocodiles, alligators, monkeys, lions, tigers, cheetahs. Some people have cheetahs, some people have leopards. I seen a leopard in Amsterdam Zoo. That was like, there you go. You could get a panther, owls, an elephant, a hippo. Like, hippo kill more people than sharks. So imagine being trapped in with the hippos. Like, Jesus, Mary. And they're very, very, very cautious about territorial. And like, if you're in, that's why they kill a lot of people. Because people are swimming in the waters and that's their territory. And they don't give an absolute rat's who you are. They are just going to eat you up and throw you away. And half your body's going to be in. It's like Hungry Hippos, the horror movie. That's what's going to happen. If you want to go into a hippo's territory, if you want to make a new movie, call it the Scary Hippos, I think. Well, that's me talking about the internet today. It's been a very, very weird last few days, you know, just from kids falling into pits, and then you have a woman ringing the police about a black man thinking that's a kidnapper. Like, people out there, you just look and you're like, geez, my life ain't half bad. I'm actually living an alright life. But this is the end of today's episode, and I appreciate you all listening, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.